an audio-only recording of an exercise session for Vision of Adventure. This recording is supported by Disability Rights UK. A cycle session led by Kath Finn. Please note that you'll need some form of stationary bike with controllable resistance for this session.
And we'll just start warming up. So we always have to do this bit. So we'll just have a medium kind of warm-up pace. So like we've talked about a lot before, just going for a really nice, smooth pedaling action. You're starting to get the blood flowing around the body. You're also, if you've had a day at work or just come off shift, you're just trying to get rid of all that stuff and settle into this space. So you're settling into relaxing, enjoying being on your bike, and just allowing your legs to just start working. There we go. So we'll do another minute or so at this, kind of nice, easy, just settling in, saying hello to the session. I was chatting away there about Wheels for All, so I didn't get to ask if you guys have got on bikes despite the weather on Saturday. So I pick that up maybe at the end when we have a bit of chat. Well, I've just finished working. I've just come off a bike and then a bit of a run. So it's really quite nice sitting here with a large cup of tea. Paddy's cooking dinner because he's doing less work than me today. So he's recovered. And there we go. Okay, just make that a little bit harder. So this is kind of your hard in warm up. So it's not really hard. We're not really out of breath or going for it, but there's a bit more resistance. Just so that your legs are going, oh yeah, I am having to work a little bit. Katie's just joining us as well, which is fantastic. It's been really nice to get some of the feedback from various people that these are useful and they've kept you going and provided something different. So that's lovely. Now, right, Emily looks like settling in a bit, having just rolled out of her desk. Welcome. You were there before, there was a little black square, but you look like you're kind of arriving now, which is nice. Okay, another minute, hit this. I was looking for the metronome and instead I've pressed the Met app for the weather. And it starts with the same 3 letters, so obviously my brain's not quite in gear. It was close, but not close enough. So in half a minute, as part of the warm-up, we're going to do just a 10-second spin up, and then 50 seconds of easy paddling again. And we're going to do 2 of those, and then we're going to repeat this sequence. And hopefully by the end of that, you'll be like, oh yeah, I'm pretty ready to go. So 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, spin up. So spin those legs around quite fast. Only another 5 seconds. Bit of effort. Oh yes, nice to see those going, and relax. Okay, back to relatively easy for another 45 seconds, and then we'll do that little spin up again. Another 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and a 10-second fast spin. 5 seconds halfway through. That's lovely. Keep it going. And relax. And then we're going to go back to the beginning of this sequence. So we're going to do 2 full minutes at pretty easy, which is what we'll start now. Then 2 at a warm-up kind of hard, and then those little spin-ups. And now that we're starting to get warmed up and things are starting to move, I'll turn the metronome on. And the volume up. Because when we start, quite often our bodies aren't quite ready to go 90. And it's a bit of an effort and it feels like quite forced. But as we're warming up and as blood's going round and muscles are starting to work and nerves are firing, it should become more easy, it should become fluid. And so when you do go on your bikes, this is quite a good thing to do before you set off like rabbit out of a cage, is to do some relatively easy work. And I know on our club rides what tends to happen is it's like, oh yeah, we're all off together, there's a group of 6, we're really fresh, we're going out for a great ride. You hit the first piece of tarmac and boom, without even realising it, everybody's off down the road at 2 or 3 miles an hour faster than is really sensible or sustainable for that matter. But a far better way of doing it is to do some fairly steady cycling before you start trying to work hard. It's much kinder on the body. It allows you to wake up, reduces your chances of injury, means that you'll work more efficiently, means that you'll be able to cycle for longer without blowing up. So lots of good reasons. And if you just put that resistance up a little bit, so this is your warm up, a reasonably hard resistance. So it's not like eyeballs out, I can't speak, but it's just a bit harder. And you can warm up just by gradually increasing the effort that you're doing and allowing your heart to gradually increase the level of effort it has to make. And that's absolutely fine. What we tend to do on these ones is sometimes we throw in these little sharp bursts. And what that does is to also wake your neural system up to make it fire to the muscles more efficiently. And it kind of primes the body to that it's going to do some quite hard work. So either way of warming up is fine. Very much up to you if you've got that choice. And the opposite is true at the end of something. Ideally, you should cool down. So we usually do have a few minutes at the end where we go relatively steadily. But again, when you're riding for yourselves, having that chance for your body to slow down, to clear the waste products out of your system, to calm itself down, to bring the heart rate back to normal or near normal is really useful, and that will help your recovery. If you go and ride really hard and then just jump off your bike and then go and sit somewhere, perhaps on a train or in somebody's car for a while, you'll find that you're in far worse state when you get out of it than if you'd taken the time to do that. Lovely, right, in another half a minute's time, we're going to do that little spin up. So 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10-second spin. Fast as you can with those legs going round. 5 left, 3, 2, 1, and relax for another minute. Half a minute to go. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, spin. 5, 3, 2, 1, and pedal nice and easily. And you can see people's legs in the screen compared to the first time when you did that in warm-up, and looking at it now, and how much quicker people are reacting and how much faster legs are going round, which is great. So the first pyramid we're going to do tonight is 2 minutes of medium hard and then 1 minute of a hard effort. The whole way through we're heading to keep the cadence at 90 at the moment, and then 30 seconds rest at the end. So I'm just going to reset the clock. So 2 minutes medium hard, 1 minute hard, 30 seconds rest, times 3. And when we're ready, off we go. So 2 minutes, medium hard effort. You kind of know what you've got to do. You know how long you've got to sustain it for. A quarter way through, half a minute gone. So this kind of medium effort where you can kind of just about speak but not quite, hopefully, is really just developing your ability to ride for longer at slightly stronger intensity, and kind of often called tempo work. And it forms blocks of not very exciting turbo sessions, where if we were doing a classic cyclist development, you might start with blocks of 4 minutes of this and then gradually build until you were doing blocks of maybe 12. And that will improve this will improve your endurance and your strength on the road. So we've thrown in a few extra bits. So we're going to do it for less time, and then we're going to do a minute hard on the end. And that's your anaerobic capacity. When you're puffing and breathing, can't breathe that well, you're working on trying to encourage your body to exchange lactate faster and to use oxygen really efficiently. So you've got 10 seconds to go until we put it up. It's a minute hard. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Resistance up a little bit, 1 minute. So you want to keep the cadence, but you're increasing the power, the force that you're putting through the pedals. So if you were on a bike that was on the road, you would now be going faster. Or maybe getting up the hill without having to get off, but no, because your legs are spinning still at 90, you would be on a reasonable gradient and you would be going faster. And that 15 seconds left and your first little block's over. That was easy. Three, 2, 1, 30 seconds rest. So just move around the bike if you need to. Stand up a bit, get some air around you. Ten seconds left. And into medium hard work. 3, 2, 1, go. 2 minutes. Oh, there's some big yawning going on here. I don't know if that's because we need lots of oxygen or because we've just finished working. That's looking lovely. Looks lovely and smooth. Brilliant. Another half a minute. And then we're going to put it up. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. And put that resistance up for another minute. Brilliant. Keep that effort consistent. Keep driving your foot across the top of the pedal stroke, pushing down, driving down. You only got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and 30 seconds on relax. Looking good. I like all the drinks. That's lovely. 10 seconds before you're back in. 3, 2, 1. Medium for 2 minutes. There's your beat. That's great. It's been nice and even, medium. So you could kind of have bits of a conversation, but maybe not a full monologue. It's all about, not quite all about the climbing you're going to do when you're up here, where you're going to stay, which lakes you think might swim in, triathlon that you might manage to do. And while you're thinking about all those amazing things that you're getting fit for, another minute. And I have to say, as far as I'm concerned, lake-wise, you're still not missing anything. We still need another 3 degrees on it before it's going to be anywhere near pleasant. Half a minute to go. Five seconds. And then you need to put it up. 3, 2, 1. 1 minute of harder. This is the last minute in this block. So well done. Half a minute left. Brilliant. Coming up, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Well done. Right, just take a bit of time. So sit up, sit back, stretch your shoulders back, have a drink, use a towel, whatever you need to do. That's looking better. So the next thing we're going to do, I'll have a look at your faces to decide how many of these we do, but we're going to do some standing efforts. So these work the quads in particular, and obviously good for practicing going uphill, but you've just got to find a pilot that you can coordinate well enough with to stand up. So we're going to do 2 minutes of standing, and then we're going to do 30 seconds of a standing sprint, which you will probably never use on a bike, to be fair, but we're going to do it anyway, because it's good to do different things. Stress your body in a different way and to challenge yourself in different ways. So you know how 10 seconds felt right at the beginning when you were spinning around? So 30 seconds is quite harsh. Doesn't matter what cadence you do, but it should be fairly fast. So when I'm ready, which is more or less now, are we good? Thumbs up if we're good to go. Oh yeah, that's good. People are listening. That's good. Not asleep yet. 2 minutes standing now. Now, I don't know if that's on purpose that we've suddenly lost Emily's picture.
Sorry, Kath, 2 minutes of what?
Standing.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome, Katie. And you're half a minute through. Now, you guys found this remarkably easy. Which always makes me slightly jealous because I find it really difficult.
Kath, I'm just going to stay seated because I've hurt my hip flex.
Right, that sounds really good, Emily. Yeah, don't stress it. 1 more minute. So do this at a medium hard, Emily. And then do the sprint for 30 seconds, sitting, all seated. So you've got half a minute left. Three, two, one. That was the quickest half a minute. Sorry, sprint. Brilliant. Outstanding. That's absolutely fantastic. Lovely. You've got 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds rest. Because it would just be mean to go straight back into standing. Ten seconds left. I haven't got it this time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 minutes standing. At a pace that's reasonably comfortable to sustain. This isn't a sprint. And this will help develop your muscle strength for climbing, even though most of the time on the bikes you won't be standing. And also your core strength, because we really want the control coming from your core rather than all the effort coming through your hands and shoulders. So just check that out. Try and make sure that your shoulders and your hands are quite relaxed and that your core is doing most of the work. Not propping yourself up with your hands. I go another minute at this. Well done. And it is a different kind of feel. I was on the back of a tandem today, which is very, very, very rare for me. I'm normally on the front. But we've got one guy who comes to Wheels for All who uses a tandem, and I'm the only person who'll ride it at the minute. So I'm trying to get one of the other volunteers to ride it. Okay. 15 seconds before we go for that sprint for half a minute. 5, 3, 2, 1. Half a minute. Brilliant. Well done, Linda. Awesome. Yay. Nice, Liz. And Steve, dead steady. Love that body, Steve. Don't take that too literally. Well done. 5, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Half a minute, relax. Surviving those not too bad. Liz, your leg's not too bad? Yeah, I'll take Steve wave of the towel of yes, that's fine. And we'll do another 2 sets. Okay, we're going to go again. 3, 2, 1. Standing for 2 minutes. Fantastic. Really great. You're like, it looks so comfortable. It just amazes me. You're fantastic. Half a minute gone. Brilliant, you're halfway through. Lovely, 3/4 of the way up the hill. Then you've got your friend coming up behind you and you want to get to the top first. Not that any of you are competitive by any stretch of the imagination. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and that half a minute sprint. Excellent. Looks great, Steve. Oh, 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Relax for that half a minute. Make the most of it. Fifteen seconds left. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Standing for your last 2 minutes, plus the sprint. But this is the last set. Brilliant efforts. Really good. Fifth of the way through, doesn't sound much, but it's falling all the time. One more minute. Half a minute to go. Well done, keep it going. Five seconds before sprint time. 3, 2, 1. Last half a minute. Awesome. Brilliant. I could just see everyone flying. It's great. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. And relax. End of that set. End of standing. So just take a very well earned rest. Keep your legs spinning so that they get a chance to help themselves recover. And just have a move around. Yep, like it, Emily. Bit of a shake, bit of a rotate from side to side. Yeah, liquid, another slurp of tea here. Okay. Don't fall asleep on your bike, Emily. That's the idea. We're going to give the quads a bit of help by having a bit of a change of pace and change of focus and doing some of that over-geared work. So that means that we're going to have a very slow cadence of 60. But what we want is a resistance that's quite difficult. So you're really having to work hard to get your legs to push round at 60. And this really develops your leg muscle strength so that you've got more power there to give. And we're going to do little blocks of 3 minutes because you need to do it for a certain amount of time to make it effective. And you should feel your glutes working. So, and you're ready, I'll set this and off we go. Now this is how slow it is. So it's a complete change of pace. And you want to feel that you really have to push, 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 push. So it's quite slow and quite laboured. And you really want to use your glute muscles as well. So make sure that your bum's working. It's the biggest muscles in your body, but quite often they decide to go to sleep and just let you sit on them. But you want them to be quite active, particularly for this. And you should use them when you're cycling, but there's a horrible habit of your quads, the front of your legs taking over, and your glutes just like getting a bit lazy. So this is a really good exercise to remind them to work. And when you can get both working together, you've got like double the power. It's great. So that's a minute in. Two minutes gone. So this should feel like quite a big effort, but in a really different way to the other efforts that you've just done. So you're having an all-round leg stress tonight. And this is really when you're sitting on your tandem and you are sitting because you can't stand up that easily and you're just pushing your way up a hill. So this one does really mirror what you will probably end up doing. Lovely, you're nearly through the first block. 3, 2, 1, and relax. So turn your resistance down, let your legs spin. I might just have a minute here actually, I think. So just be really nice to your legs, let them spin around fairly fast, but with very little resistance. So you're just allowing them to clear all the lactate and the stuff you've accumulated, just so they feel like they're doing normal cycling. Lovely, that's looking lovely and fluid. And we've got 10 seconds left. Yeah, I think we probably needed that minute on these. I was going to make it 30 seconds. Okay, 5, 3, 2, 1. And the same again. 60 beat, resistance up, really pushing through. Lots of effort. So if I said to you spin your legs faster, you shouldn't easily be able to do that at this resistance. So you should be kind of pushing about as quickly as you can against the load. Brilliant. We've got 2 minutes left. Well done, halfway through this block. Lovely. 1 minute left, so 2/3 of the way through this set. Good work, you'll be powering up those hills. Brilliant. 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, take your minute. Loosen your resistance, let your legs spin. And we're going to do one more block of 3 minutes, and then that's all your hard work for this week. It's a little bit of a different flavour to last week. Nearly ready to go again? Actually, that's not a question, that's you've got 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Last 3 minutes. So really hard, steady effort, using your glutes, really pushing some force through those pedals. And your heart rate won't be high and you won't be out of breath, but your muscles should feel pretty tired. That's great. 1 minute gone. Over halfway through. Brilliant. Don't let any of those muscles slack off. And again, your core can add a lot to this because that's giving you a solid base for power to drive down from. Last minute. Excellent. Just keep your focus for this last half a minute. Fifteen seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Whew, well done. Well done, I say. Okay, so for the next 5 minutes, we're just going to cool down. We're just going to spin those legs out with nice light resistance and just let all our muscles settle down, heart rate come back down, body to kind of regain homeostasis so it's nicely back in equilibrium. And for the sake of the recordings, if you're listening to the recording, please now do another 5 minutes of nice easy spinning before you leap off and get your tea or whatever you're going to do. That will help your recovery. And anybody who's on here, if you want to leap off and take yourselves off mute and leap back on again, feel free. So we'll go for out of recover.